If you've been curious to find out what craft trends we think are out, make sure to stick around to the end of this video. Now, let me preface this by saying, I have personally done probably almost every single craft trend on this list, and I have loved them at one point. However, I feel like they are out and are canceled. We're done with them and we are moving on to new and better things. So make sure you stick around to the end to see if one of your favorite craft trends is on the list. Now, the first one that we here are canceling is going to be casting resin. Now, before you get mad, let me say this. There are professionals out there that use casting resin every single day. They use it properly with the correct PPE and in an extremely well ventilated area. However, for us crafters, there are lots and lots of risks that come along with using two-part casting resin that I feel like sometimes we don't follow all the procedures that we need to when it comes to using this type of resin, because this resin can be harmful to our bodies and can be very dangerous. So you have to be a professional when using this stuff, and that's why this is the first thing on our list for crafters to cancel. If you are not a professional in using two-part casting resin, but you want to break into the resin world, the alternative that we are suggesting is going to be UV resin, and this is especially great for crafters because it is a quick dry resin that uses sunlight or UV rays to dry in minutes. Or you can use a two-part casting resin, but we feel like a non-toxic two-part casting resin is going to be a better bet or a better alternative to this type of toxic resin. Now, if you're curious to see what other types of resin alternatives that we have suggested that are super safe for crafters, there is a link down below that will take you to a video that shows you all of our non-toxic safe resin alternatives. The next craft trend that we are canceling here at Makers Gonna Learn is knock off designer patterns, whether it is on shirts, tumblers, whatever. Some examples of these are here, here, or here. Now, this is a trend that I still think is pretty big right now, but I want you guys to think about it. I think that we should take these designer purses, designer shirts, all of that, and use it as an inspiration to create something instead of taking that logo and ripping it off and putting it on something to wear. So one example is we have taken this image and turned it into something that we liked. So we took that as inspiration and made a bag that looked similar to it, but still very much our own. So I guess in all honesty, we're not necessarily canceling using designers as inspiration, but we are canceling ripping off their logo and putting it on something else. Now, the next trend that we are canceling is one that I for sure hopped on the train and was the conductor of that specific train. This is a craft that me and my mom did together all the time. We even had a booth set up at our local fall festival where she would sell those, and they sold like hotcakes. However, I think that it is a dead art. It is gone. I'm not saying that it may eventually come back, but right now it is not the ticket, and that is Deco mesh or burlap wreaths. Some examples of what I'm talking about are here, 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 or this one. These are done. They're no longer as cute as we used to think they were. Once again, like I said, I was the main person who loved these wreaths, but they are just gone, and I feel like there are other options that are a little bit more timeless that we can keep for years and years to come and still look good. And some good examples are wreaths that have lots of greenery, like this one. maybe even one if you wanted to say hello across it with the grapevine wreath like this one is another pretty timeless wreath, or a door hanger that you could switch out for holidays like this one are better options than the Deco mesh or burlap wreaths. Now, this next trend is one that actually, when me and Alicia went back on our old Pinterest board, we had both pinned this type of craft. And I'm sure, I don't know about her, but I know I did one and thought it was just the coolest thing, hung it up in my dorm in college, but it is melting crayon art. Some examples, if you don't know what I'm talking about, are here, here, or here. This is a great craft to do with your children, but it is not one that I feel like is cool anymore. We don't want to be doing this as like decor for our house. It is just a little bit outdated, and once again, a great craft for you and your kids, not one for decorating your house with. The next craft trend that we are canceling is going to be Jingle Block builds. Now, there are small things that you can use Jingle Blocks for craft-wise that can still be pretty cute. However, we're done trying to build big pieces of furniture or so many different things that I have seen people try to take Jingle Blocks and build with. It's just so time consuming to, one, have to stain every single Jingle Blocks, glue them or nail them together, when really and truly you can just go to Lowe's and get a 1x2 and get the same effect but have a lot sturdier of a piece of furniture or whatever you're wanting to build. It would just be so much easier just to start off with a 1x2 instead of going and buying 10 different packs of Jingle Blocks and having to put them together. Now, this next trend is going to step on some toes, and you may even have something like this hanging in your house. But let me be clear, here at Maker's Gonna Learn, we still create this type of stuff. However, when you do it and you create this and you use multiple and make a big collage and put them all together, it just doesn't work, and that is word art. Here are two examples that I'm talking about. This is an example, or this one. Once again, it's just a little outdated. Now, we love creating word art here at Maker's Gonna Learn, and I don't think that in general it is canceled. I feel like making word art and making a whole collage wall in your house, it just becomes too busy. We only want to use one piece of word art. If you are doing a collage wall, you want to only do one piece of word art and then have other elements in there, like actual abstract art would be beautiful, or art pieces mixed in with maybe some photographs of your family. So you don't want every single piece of art in your collage to be word art. It's just very distracting and very outdated. Now, this last trend that we're canceling, I know you guys are gonna come for my neck on this one, but just hear me out, because I feel like I, once again, was one of those that absolutely loved this trend, but there is a reason behind why I feel like it is done, it is over, it's canceled, and that is Farmhouse Decor. Now, once again, we have made this. I absolutely adored this trend. I thought it was awesome. However, if you don't live on a farm, I just don't think Farmhouse Decor is it. Plus, if you've ever been to somebody's house that actually lives on a farm, it looks nothing like the farmhouse trend. Here are two examples that I'm talking about. Example number one and example number two. Now, I'm not saying that this is ugly, because it's not ugly. It's, you know, if you like it, that is perfectly fine. I just feel like it is an outdated trend, and if you are trying to be with the trends or you're trying to have a timeless house, that's not the way to go. And that's it. Those are the 7 craft trends that we are canceling here at Maker's Gonna Learn. Now, I'm sure this was a hard watch for some people. Trust me, it was a hard film for me because I personally have done almost every single one of these trends. But just like every other trend, they come and they go, and we have to know when to move on and when to do something new. Now, if this is something that you absolutely adore and this is your style and you like nothing else, by all means, you do you. Because I feel like there is enough room for everybody to love what they want to love. But here at Makers Gonna Learn, we love a good trend, and we also want to let you know when we think trends are dying. So this is just what this is for. Once again, if you want to, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. We love to hear when people disagree with us. And if you do disagree with us, what do you like and what do you think is still alive and thriving? Or what do you think may be the new trends, or what are some things that you think are outdated that we may not have included in this list? If you have not already and you did like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every time we get crafty. Now, if you do want to see some new trends that we think are up and coming and cool, make sure to check out this video here.